So now it's time for the final section of the show that when everybody like watches the show, they just kind of skip ahead to this part because the other part's just entertainment. It's just fun. But this is the karate chop that's Mike's showing.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Kelly once said that we should call it the Terrible Twos, and she's probably right.
And I was like, nope, karate chop that idea. Bottom line it is.
I guess we're not doing it, Kelly.
Yeah. So this is the Terrible Twos. It's the final two questions.
Bottom line.
Of the show. And they're the most important, really. And they go a little something like this. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg. I know this is tough. He's pulling up his notes to answer it.
Present.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give the first episode of Vikings on History Channel or Hulu or apparently USA, entitled, I forgot what the title was. Oh, this is what we forgot. Rites of Passage. You guys, we totally forgot the people that suggested this.
Oh,
big thank you to Bill Erickson out in Montana, the blue skies of Montana. Your boy, Sabrina. I know you know Bill Erickson.
Oh, my brother from another mother.
That's the one.
Hey, Dogheim. Okay. And
also Eve England, who ironically lives out in Wales.
My girl.
I was going to say that's Kelly's sister from another mister, but I guess Sabrina gets to claim them both.
Another mister.
But thank you very much to Eve and Bill, two of our favorite people. Great suggestion, and you're the reason that we are reviewing this. If you want us to review a show, just say WTF Snorks or WTF All in the Family or WTF What's Happening Now. There it goes.
Can I give you a suggestion right now?
You may.
I think you should watch Raised by Wolves next because the Ragnar, Travis Fimmel, who's playing Ragnar in this one, left the show to do Raised by Wolves.
Oh, you want us to review it again?
Oh, you did it already? Oh my God.
No, that's why I was like,
myself?
No, this is a great.
I can't watch all of your shows.
This is a great suggestion because that shows that you're right. We should review that one. And you're right that we very much liked it. Darylyn joined us. Michael gave that one the highest score he's ever given any show. He gave it a 9.8. And I gave it an 8.7, and Darylyn gave it an 8.4. That's some of the highest marks we've ever given. Great show, great suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm totally embarrassed.
No, you're fine.
I've had a lot of shows.
Well, yeah, it was a good show.
Mike hasn't even watched all the shows.
Yeah.
No.
So here it is. Scale of 1 to 10.
go.
Michael Kenyon Rosenberg. Is this going to be another 9.8? What do you think? Scale of 1 to 10.
No, not 9.8.
Higher?
Not 8.8. Not even 7.8.
10.8.
And not even a 6.8. I'm giving this one a 6.5.
Very specific.
6.5. I've gotten more specific than that before. I've gotten to two decimal points before, but
don't tempt him, Frodo.
This one's a 6.5 for me. It didn't really blow me away. It didn't really do anything to really capture my attention that much. It was funny while I was watching it too. After I'd watched it, my wife had said too that she wasn't blown away by the first episode either. It took her a couple episodes to get into it. So, but for me, it was a 6.5. It was all right. It's definitely on the plus side of 5. So, I mean, it's in my good graces, but it didn't really tickle me at all. So,
Did we all just picture tickling Michael?
No.
Or was that just me?
Yeah, probably just you.
Kelly, scale of 1 to 10. Don't listen to, he's always very negative and dour.
No, that's you are the one that's negative all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. That's true. What did you, scale of 1 to 10, Kelly, what do you give it? This first episode.
On a scale
Not
of
to be
1
confused with any other episodes that you may or may not have seen.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the first episode, I thought, the first
Pretty
episode
sure.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give it a probably a 7.7. C plus, D-ish, or whatever. Like I said, a nice neutral going on the plus. I'm not like dying to watch it, but I wouldn't turn off the TV if it, apparently enough that I would keep going. So I guess, I would say I'd say enough that I would mistakenly probably watch the next episode.
Nice.
So based on,
Intriguing.
well, you know what? Let's give that one an 8.1 then.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Moving up to an 8.1. Let me change my notes on that because this is important to me.
Oh, yeah, 8.1.
Ryan loves to document numbers. That's his thing.
Love that stuff. Now, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. What would you
Give us-
give this
Tell
first
us what
episode?
tell us what this really episode really is here.
Well, judging it as just a TV, I'm not really into Vikings. So like I said, I had no desire really to see this at all. Sort of that whole Viking thing taking over everything, then becoming the colonizers of Europe and then coming and getting us and taking us. And, I'm like, I don't really need to see where this whole gene came from.
Right.
But I like that it was historically accurate to the degree that we can figure something out. I like the plotting of the story. I didn't mind this slowness. I kind of, I was just kind of like, okay, let's see what this family is going to do. And, based on, other than the fact that I'm just not into Vikings, I would watch the next one just to see the woman there, Lagertha, the Shield Maiden. Anytime you got some Shield Maidens or Amazons or, Dora Milaje, I'm your girl. Yeah, you got some female warriors. If she's going to suit up, I'm going to watch it. But if it's just the guys fighting, I could do without it.
Boys. Psh. Oh, wait a minute. So you got it. You
my number
totally
is-
tricked us. I was like, oh, what a great answer. I was like, wait a minute. We didn't even get a number.
6.5.
Whoa, mirroring
Nice.
Michael. Oh boy.
Good
Yeah.
score.
It was good. But it's not like not making me want to,
Yeah.
It was good.
So, I'm going to say this was a solid pilot. It didn't knock my furry boots off. It didn't shave the back of my head in some weird way. And it didn't even make me burn somebody's face with the sword that was in the fire. But it was easy enough to follow. It was interesting. I do like, the historical things, and this one seemed relatively accurate. I didn't know to what degree, so I like that. I thought the acting was good. I thought the setting was beautiful. I hadn't seen Viking shows before, so it was new to me. I give it a 7.5. Final answer.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm putting it in so I can't change it.
Yeah.
But here's the real question, guys. I mean, that's all.
Okay, this
the
is
rest-
what we've all been waiting for.
That's mostly all just fluff, to be honest. That previous question is the fluffer. The big question here is what, Kelly? Why did you laugh at that?
Never mind. I just love being on this show.
Oh, we love having you, by the way, Kelly. So the final question is, for the purposes of this podcast, we all had to watch the first episode of Vikings called Rites of Passage, spelled R-I-T-E-S, by the way. But now that the podcast is over and you're free to move about the internet of your own volition, Michael Canyon Rosenberg, would you theoretically watch the second episode?
It's a no from me. That's the face my wife made too. When I told her that I would not be interested in watching the next episode from this episode. I mean, would I? No, I might, just because my wife is going to twist my arm now. It's like, you've seen the first episode. It takes 2 or 3 episodes to get really good. But I would not. I might, but I would not.
Mm-hmm. Get it. Kelly, theoretically speaking, would you watch the second episode of your own volition?
Well, I feel that, as you know, I feel honestly that I would watch. Now, there was a lot of episodes. So I'm not sure how far I would get, but I would definitely watch the second episode to the point where I think I accidentally watched
Did.
Nice.
And yes, I mean, yes.
And the Earl-S tricked this guy in bed or something, right?
Yeah. It gets his the Earl's like not right-hand man or anything, not the one guy, but like this other guy is all like, she like looked at him, she like I effed him, and he was like, do you want to F my wife? Because I saw you looking at her. Because if you want to, you can. So he's like, okay. And then they're all like, ah! Anyways, you'll just have to watch episode 2 if you're interested. I don't think
if you're interested. Well, Sabrina, knowing that juicy morsel. No, but based on the merits of the first episode, would you theoretically watch the second episode?
Yeah, I'm a no also, only because I really just, I get what's going to happen with the Vikings. I understand what's going to happen and I'm cool with it. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. So there you go. So there's your litmus test right there. I didn't even watch that one. So if you think I'm going to not watch Game of Thrones, don't be upset that I'm not going to watch the Vikings.
All right. So we should have Sabrina back for Game of Thrones is what you're saying.
Oh, geez.
WTF Game of Thrones and WTF New Lord of the Rings series on Amazon when that comes out, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they have to WTF that one. I think we'll be watching that one no matter what.
Do a party.
Yep.
Did you do the series Rome? Did you do that one?
No, that's a great one.
All right, I'll come back and watch. I'll do that. You do that. I'll be there.
All right. Just call my name. So let's
all
see.
right.
I'm gonna put that down in the chat. I'm gonna put that down.
This is what we've been waiting for.
There's been better things than that. Yes, I would. It's done enough for me. I was just thinking, like, comparing it to the first episode of Game of Thrones, I really wasn't sold on the first episode of Game of Thrones. It really was a lot of exposition. It was a lot of doing too many things that I couldn't.
Hey,
really
we're not
keep up
reviewing
with.
that show right now.
Right. But it had a good twist at the end, and I want to talk about it a little bit more. And no, but it's only because they mentioned Game of Thrones, Mike. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked. The point is, this did enough for me, and the subject matter is interesting enough that I would theoretically, of my own volition, watch the second episode.
If my brother watches the second, I'm not going to turn it off.
And then you'll let us know if it gets any better.
I'll let you know if my brother watches the second episode.
But that is an important distinction too. We're not asking if you, like I said, I might watch it just because my wife might pester me into watching it, but I would not of my own volition. So
right. This is just like, would you? Like based on, the merits. Like there have been plenty of shows where I said, yes, I would, and I didn't watch the second. Almost every show I said I would watch the second. I have not watched the second.
Yeah.
And
but most shows you've actually said you would not watch the second.
Right. And a couple I did. In fact, one very recently before we go, Michael, and it's partially because you sold me on it. It was Disenchantment. I watched the second because it's fantasy and because I was like, I'm not really interested in whatever. But then the more we talked about it, the more I was like, you know what? It was okay. It was fine. It was enjoyable. Anyway, that was just like last week. So check it out.
2
Kelly.
weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I think you're right, Michael. 2 weeks ago. Anyway, Sabrina, Kelly, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to meet you, Kelly.
Yeah, nice to meet you. That was so fun. Let's go chop someone's head off.
We're ready to go get to be Shield Maiden. Let's do it. Girl. could turn this place out. We'll turn it out, Kelly.
Bad.
Watch
What I'm
out,
trying
Ryan.
to
We better watch ourselves.
I always watch myself. I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
This podcast had a lot of purples, blues, and greens.
Mm-hmm. This podcast was much like the Raven, very wise.
This podcast taught me a lot of things.
This podcast made me watch Viking gore and stuff. And I mean, I was scared and they made me watch it in this podcast. Yeah, I loved it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right.
So if we do Game of Thrones, we're definitely calling on Sabrina, or give us some WTF of like the most gory stuff in the comments below. Okay, you guys? Looking forward to it. So everybody just remember what Mr. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg always likes to say.
Don't forget to register to be an organ donor. You can do it when you're signing up to get a driver's license or register at the DMV. And do not forget to watch the first of Things.
That's musical.